So today we're working on a customer's radiator. They tossed it up to Lost Cause and we're looking at a brand new one, the cheapest we could find for this international. Was between $500 and $700. And what it did, it was a split seam all the way down through. Now, in order to do this, you need to know how to solder, and I'm not a solderer. I'm a messer, but Claude does all the soldering and welding.
And not very well.
And he said not very well, but he does a pretty good job. You can see from here all the way to there, they had taken JB Weld and it was just a mess. So what we've done is we cleaned the area all up, and he's already done his first layer of solder, and that all held. We just had one little pinprick, and it probably wouldn't have mattered, but we just didn't have it done right. And this is going to save our customer a lot of money versus buying a new radiator, plus labor involved to take off the radiator and install the new one. So if you've never soldered before, this is how you do it. You just heat in the area and then letting the solder melt itself. You don't want to heat the solder on the piece, you want to heat the metal that you're soldering to. You guys said you wanted to see more of these tractor videos. He's got flux that he's putting on it. And that does what? Cleans the area?
Yeah, it has acid in it.
So it's acid flux, and they're just trying to clean the area up. If you guys are just starting out in this business and wanting to get into it, if you're still in high school or you want to do a trade school, welding and soldering and all that stuff are things that would come in handy for you with running a shop. You know, everything from welding a deck, real thin metal, to soldering this. But the key is you got to get the water level
Below where you're soldering.
below where you're soldering. If not, it's not going to do anything for you. It won't stick.
Well, we'll let her cool, see what happens.
But this tractor came in with a radiator issue and surging 3-point hitch arms. And by looking at the 3-point hitch arms, they actually, it's a big cylinder is what it is. And for some reason, when we bring it up to even this point, she sounds like she's deadheading. And she sounds like she's low on fluid. We haven't checked the fluid yet because we went for the radiator first. They said no hurry. Of course, that means we want it tomorrow. Good thing is they got their haying all done before all the tractors broke down. Because these folks had the other tractor that we did the clutch adjustment on and saved them a ton of money. We didn't have to split the tractor, but you know, this is an old girl. But if you want something that you can work on, this is the tractors to buy. It's not the new ones that you got to plug in. Now, this one here is mine. I own it. I had bought it with the idea that the clutch was bad in it. And we had a guy somewhat interested in it, so it had been sitting for almost 4 years. So what we did was we just threw a new battery in it, cranked it over and hit it with some starter fluid, and she popped right off and she's running. So the first thing I saw that the stuff in the transmission was just milky. And yeah, if you can see that, that's about the color of what the transmission fluid was. And it doesn't take a lot of water to cause your transmission fluid to become milky. But the biggest culprit most times are boots. These boots don't last a long time. So I'll take the knobs off and I'll replace both boots while I'm right at it. I've drained all the hydraulic fluid out. Gonna get a new filter. I drained all the engine oil out with a new filter. The fuel filter I'm not gonna bother with because she's running great. She does need a seat. Oh, gotta have that out. that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to come in from the other side and look, see what's going on. Yeah. Oh, you bastard, you're... millimeter.
And before you guys say anything about working underneath the bucket, you're right, you have to be safe. But we've got pre-made that Claude made. They're pieces that go right in and they lock the cylinder in place so that you can work underneath that. Safety first, boys.